Hey, everybody, welcome back to Couch Critics, the only podcast where we know the cinema isn't dead. It's just kidnapped by Marvel and being held for ransom.
And Disney.
Maybe. Well, Disney is Marvel. Marvel is Disney, I think.
Touche.
Um, one's the before, the other's once they put the cape and cowl on.
There you go.
I'm your co-host, Josh, alongside, as always.
It's Dave, my friend. How are you? It's been a while. It's been 7 days, almost to the minute.
I had enough time to go watch at least 4 more movies that I had never seen before. Which is awesome. Actually, I take that back. It's 3 movies I had never seen before and 1 that recently became available on streaming that I hadn't seen in years.
Yeah, there's a lot of rewatching stuff, and I'll watch something just to refresh my memory for this show now. A lot more than I used to.
Yeah.
A lot less comfort watching something I've seen like Superbad or something. I wouldn't just put that on anymore.
Yeah.
But I find myself constantly driven just in my own film education course to always watch new stuff. And, it sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it's not. It's always worth it. Even a bad movie is worth watching, I guess.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like even that.
Sure.
But anywho.
So in the last 7 days, I have done some watching. I've done some like you, I almost always have something playing, but it's that comfort watch, it's that background noise, it's reruns of TV shows and things like that, but we don't ever highlight those. But yeah,
I
was trying to find things that are worth shouting out.
Right. And sometimes I'll watch something just because it's obscure enough. So here's a good example. And again, this is a terrible example at the same time. I intentionally, The Jerk was on the other day.
Sure.
Love the movie. Carl Reiner, Steve Martin. It's a fantastic movie. Very funny. All those things. It made me think, I wish The Jerk 2 was on. Because they made The Jerk 2, TOO, new guy. Yep. I saw it when I was younger, much younger. It's awful. It's really bad. Not yucking anybody's yum, but if you like it, you have terrible taste.
I'm telling you.
Even the people involved are like, we don't like this movie. It's not good.
Right.
But anyways, I was like, I wish that was on right now. So I was like, is it streaming? It's not streaming. It's not, you can't buy it anywhere.
It's not like Caddyshack 2, which actually got way more available than the original Caddyshack, even though it is.
It's because we kept making that same joke. What's the best movie ever made about caddies?
Caddyshack.
What's the worst movie ever made about caddies?
Caddyshack 2. It's true.
Anyways, I would have watched The Jerk 2 just because I knew it was bad. Like I watched The Villain, and that movie is awful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With Schwarzenegger and Kirk Douglas.
Just because you wanted to say you saw it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. It's like, it's not something I watched recently, but a while back, I watched Lust in the Dust with Divine of John Waters fame.
Right.
Not because I thought Lust in the Dust was going to be anything good, just because it was Divine in a non-John Waters movie. And it's awful. It's everything you expect from a movie titled Lust in the Dust. But I watched it because how many people can say they sat down and watched that movie?
Seven people. They're the same 7 people who listen to the show.
Same people. It's the same people. But that being said, you mentioned like there is a movie that I watched this week that I had never seen before. I actually had never heard of this movie before. From 1940.
Schindler's List from 93.
From
it's
1941.
Good. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it.
Oh, what is it called? List. It's called The Original List. It was from 1941, called The Big Store. Do you know this movie?
The Marx Brothers movie.
Late Marx Brothers, Groucho, Harpo, Chico, Dumont as doing everything she got.
Hand of Pearls.
Yep. Groucho playing another one of his awesome names because he's famously Rufus T. Firefly and all. This one he's Wolf J. Flywheel. Like he's got the best names. It's peak Groucho. He's still doing his thing. But this is one of the last things he's doing before he kind of pivots into the before he goes solo and starts doing more TV work and that kind of stuff. But Margaret Dumont, she is still just killing it here as the straight woman.
Yeah.
Just looking like she is oblivious to everything. She's great.
Yeah.
It is not as good as Duck Soup, Horse Feathers, Night at the Opera. It's not that level, but it's still really good. In this one, Harpo inherits like a department store. Or no, he's a detective hired
Yeah.
to protect
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
department store. Um, because
The plots never matter in these
no,
movies.
and this is a very thin plot, but just to watch Groucho doing his thing
Yeah.
to Margaret Dumont is worth it. It's only 83 minutes, so it's not like it's a huge undertaking to watch, but this is one of those movies like A Jerk too, where it's lesser, but you kinda watch it just for that like,
There's
"Huh,
no
what's
there's
new?"
no bad Marx Brothers movies to me. There's no
Except for that
bad
one that's
ones.
not available.
Yeah,
They
the
do
one
have the one lost film that we'll
that
never.
they will never see, that they made sure is gone forever.
Yes, 'cause supposedly it is that bad.
Yeah,
We'll never get to see it.
they will make sure, and I think they said they burned it.
Yeah. But
But I love
anyways,
the Marx Brothers.
I really liked The Big Store. It does some things that I don't care about. The little, subplot about the romance is boring. It's
Isn't it
unnecessary.
always? It
Yeah, it
every
is.
single time. I my joke is always, which Marx Brothers movie is it where they're trying to help the girl and the guy get together, the young couple? It's every single
It's
one.
everyone. It is. It is, and this one, there's almost always a musical number.
Yeah,
In this one, it's one of the worst musical numbers. The Tony Martin is the actor.
it's no
Not
Lydia the tattooed lady, huh?
It's not Lydia the Tattoo Lady got a second life, thank you, Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
It became my ringtone for a long time because of Breaking Bad.
and it's
Back
one
when
of the
ring
better
thing.
songs.
It is a
Yeah,
good one. But in this one, it's a forgettable song. But hey, it's it's a good movie. They will come back, and I think they did one more movie after this about 8 years later. They
the
did Love
go.
Happy.
Yeah, what about Go West? Go West is right before this, isn't it? Go
Right
West.
before this one, yeah.
Yeah,
Go West is right before, then it's this one, and then they go 8 years with nothing,
yeah.
and then they do Love Happy, and that's the end of the Marx
And I
Brothers.
think they came back because Chico needed money. Because
Probably because
he's a
Chico
horrendous gambler
famously
and
for
woman, yeah,
chasing chicks
and gambling like
and
crazy.
throwing money away, throwing money
But
but I would, like, on our we talked last week, on our newly minted Um, rating
minty?
scale, it's this is a 2.5.
Yeah,
It's
because
worth
it's
watching, it's
you're
not bad,
still
it's not
seeing the
great, it's
people. Yeah,
valuable.
yeah,
Um, yeah, it's like going to the last Beatles concert. You
yeah.
knew that there was something wrong in Paradise, but you could still say you were there. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it's worth watching. I think it's actually still streaming, like, on Tubi.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched it last night, actually. It was the last my wife was, my daughter as we record, my middle daughter gets married 1 week from to the day we're recording,
5 weeks ago.
5 weeks ago or so. About a month back, my daughter was getting married. Uh, my wife was out with them, and I was like, "Okay, so I can watch anything I want right now." And that's what I picked.
And
So,
when you were younger, it would have been porn. It would have been pornography.
that
House
it would have
House
been that.
Alone.
Or I would have turned on something like, another movie that came up last week, Bound by the Wachowskis.
Oh
I would have
yeah,
done something like that. That way, if somebody did come home, I'm like, "Nah, it's art.
yeah. This is not softcore pornography. This is not Skinamax.
This
This
is
is
art.
not. It's
Yes,
different. It's
that is
better.
naked Gina Gershon, but no, that's not what you're thinking." Um, yeah, so I watched that among a couple other things. What kind of stuff had you been watching? I know you have a quite the list.
I'm gonna throw a couple of Joan Blundell things out that I saw,
Alright,
that
alright.
I watched. One of them is I called I've got your number, which back when they used to have hand operators running switchboards, um, at each building would have basically, the ladies plugging the different cords into different, on the switchboard instead of an electronic version of that. And so she's in that, and she kind of gets suckered into helping these guys rob somebody by transferring calls, not knowing, and all that stuff. It's fine. But there's another one called Traveling Sales Lady,
Okay.
where she is the heir to a gigantic toothpaste company. This is
Okay, I like the start.
1935, so, like, the code has come in now, or is really being starting to be enforced now. So there's not a lot of that pre-code element to it, but anyways, she's, like, the daughter of the guy who runs this giant toothpaste company, and she keeps going to him like, "Hey, I want a job, like, give me a job." He's like, "Women can't work. Women shouldn't work. They should stay home and have babies or whatever." Like, really,
As they
really
said
bad.
in the '30s.
What do women know about business? That's basically, like, the answer, right? And so she has some ideas. She secretly finds, like, somebody who's making or has invented a new type of toothpaste that tastes
Yeah,
like alcohol, that tastes like
okay,
rum and coke, or tastes like a martini, or tastes like a highball,
alright.
whatever it is. He invents this
So
toothpaste
this
because
is what
that
Nick and Nora are gonna be using in a couple of years.
yeah,
On the Thin Man, they're gonna be
it's
martinis.
exactly when you brush your teeth, you want it to make sure you taste like scotch. But so, anyways, they she meets this guy and then takes the idea because her dad won't listen to her to their rival company, to the rival toothpaste company, and they sell the idea there, and she becomes a salesperson for this other toothpaste company, and she starts stealing all of the sales from her dad's company, like whatever it is. Don't get me wrong, it's toothpaste after all, but
Yeah,
and she's in competition with the lead salesman from her dad's company, but nobody knows it's her doing it. She's doing it in secret. Anywho, she makes this thing the biggest toothpaste brand and stuff product ever. It's like the greatest invention in history. And she's a selling machine. And she's getting it in stores. She's doing all these fantastic business decisions. All these things she's doing are phenomenal, especially for a woman, mind you, in 1934. I'm just gonna spoil the ending. At the end, her dad finds out, says, "Oh, I should listen to your ideas all the time. You do know business." She goes to the guy who she's been competing with and says, "I'll give it, you do it all. I'm just going to go home and have babies." This is just like that movie, Female, where
yeah,
there's one line where she goes up to him and her dad's like, "You should run the company. You know all this stuff."
yeah,
And then she goes, "Oh, I don't know about that." And then she goes to the guy in the same scene and says, "I'll go home and cook for you," is what she says. And then the movie ends. Now they're inferring that she's going to give it all up because now she's in love and she has a man that she needs to take care of. It's so disappointing. Female, the movie with Ruth Chatterton of the car company, we talked about it recently.
yeah,
Same effing,
yeah.
or I'm sorry, same fucking problem, which is
It's
why do the
let's
give me more dialogue. Give
right,
me 3 lines where she says, "I do love the business and I'm great at it, but I really just want to be a homemaker." Instead,
right.
she just goes, "You do everything, I'll
It's
cook for you."
it's
It's
amazing, like,
offensive,
let's pretend that
patronizing.
every movie is 90 minutes long, and it's amazing that you can go 89 minutes of really good movie
Yeah.
and then give it that 1-minute ending, and you're just like, "This movie friggin'
That's it, and
sucks.
it just chops it. Like,
You ruined it."
it's
Yeah,
it's so it's funny because, and to be honest, I get to talk about it here because of how ridiculous it is, but it's almost I have to spoil the ending to tell you what a letdown that is. I
yeah,
mean,
well,
as a feminist, as an
yeah.
equal opportunity offender and
I'm here to offend
and
everybody.
equal opportunity employer, everything
Yeah,
else, I want everybody to have the
um,
same abilities,
yeah,
the same rights, and all that stuff. And then to see those things is very disheartening. I
it
should
is.
just say.
I agree, I agree.
Anyways,
So, I watched something that's nothing like that at all.
right?
Um, there's Norman Jewison did this movie comedy called The Russians Are Coming, The Russians Are Coming.
Yep, great
I
movie.
love this movie. It just dropped. It's streaming on a couple of places. I think MGM Plus and Tubi probably. I just noticed it the other day. This is a movie that I never saw it growing up, but about 5 years ago or so, my dad kept saying, "Oh, you love movies. You need to watch this movie. You need to watch this movie. You need to watch this movie." So I finally sat down and watched it, and I thought it was really funny then, but sat down this time to purposely watch it, and for there's just something about, so it's there's like a stranded,
It's at the height of the Cold War, or
height of
the
the Cold War.
the beginning of the Cold War,
Yeah,
really.
it's night it literally it takes place in, like, 1965, 1966, height of the paranoia, like, it's 3 years after the assassination of JFK, so we've already had the 13 days thing with the Cuban Missile Crisis, like, this is it is the tip top
Everybody's
of that.
afraid of the Russians coming
Yes.
and coming over the polar
Yeah,
ice caps in
yeah.
submarines, so they make a comedy
So,
about
they make a
it.
comedy. Norman Jewison, amazing director, makes this comedy about a Soviet submarine that actually that accidentally runs aground in a small New England town, but
Like an island, right? It's a tiny little island,
it's
isn't
just a
it?
yeah, it's a New England island. It's like in Nantucket kind of a thing,
But even
where it's
smaller,
just
because
but even smaller, right?
they even joke that they have, like, 400 people or 500 people, like, they only have 22 cars in the whole place or whatever, something
But
like that.
I mean, it's a longish movie. It's just over 2 hours long. So for 1966, for comedy, it's a touch long, but it's definitely worth watching. But, it's Alan Arkin's first movie ever. The beautiful
Mhm.
Eva Marie Saint is
He's
in it.
Alan Arkin is
Jonathan Winter.
so good.
Yeah,
So
so good.
fucking good.
But this movie, it's one of the idea behind the movie is that the Americans and the Russians, the people are just people and they're very similar. They are just being controlled by some terrible human beings at the
How
top.
about let's just say the authoritarians and the people
Yes,
running the country and the
yes,
media. The
right,
media are steering people into hating each other
yes, and
unfoundedly
this
so.
whole movie is all about how the Alan Arkin and his crew, um, completely unhinged Jonathan Winters, Carl Reiner, all that it's these 2 groups finding out that, damn, we're really not so different.
Yeah. The
It's
ending
just
is
what we've
great.
been fed.
That
It's what we've
last
been
bit when they, because
Mhm.
there's some realism to it. There is a
There
standoff
is.
that comes up at the end, and you think that all hell's gonna break loose, and it doesn't exactly for one reason or another. You know
Mhm.
what's funny is, obviously, I started on this personal effort to make a film
Yeah,
education course, and I started making a list right away, but I didn't make them every time I watched the movie. I just kind of like went back and, anyways, the first 2 movies I watched, one was Sunset Boulevard, it's the very first movie, because 'cause I'd never seen it, and this was July 2021, and then the second movie is The Russians Are Coming, which is those are the top 2 on my list. Also, the first time I watched it 5 years ago, almost exactly 5 years ago now, same as you. It's such a good movie, and Alan Arkin is he speaks Russian a bunch in the movie, like, but it's funny, it's got some slapstick in it, but there's I don't know, it's really good. It's, highly worth watching.
yeah,
People all should know that movie,
yeah,
especially
it's
now.
really funny, it's really unfortunately relevant still today.
Yeah, substitute Iranian for Russian.
Right, yeah, it's still yeah,
Anywho,
anyway.
by the way, I watched, we watched The Canal. Bill Hader was on TCM, and then he presented 2 movies, Canal,
Yep,
which I
which is
suggested you watch, and
fantastic.
which is absolutely brilliant. It was one of the movies I gave a 4.5 out of 5 to. Pretty
Mhm.
rare on my end, but I also watched the other one, which is Salvatore Giuliano. Did you watch that?
I didn't watch that one.
It's the selling point that I think Bill Hader makes with the host, Ben Mankiewicz, when he's introducing it, is Martin Scorsese's favorite movie. And it has been his favorite movie for a very long time. And he uses that as the basis for why it's so good. Now, Bill Hader, with the eye for directing and everything else, I understand why he likes it. It is very slow. It is very long-winded. But basically, it's a moment in time of the mafia and politics coming in,
Yeah,
but it follows it very much like Sunset Boulevard, but ahead of Sunset Boulevard, starts with the dead body and then builds the story about this guy. The difference in Sunset Boulevard is we never focus or see the main character in the movie. We see his dead body at the beginning, and we
mhm.
see like shots of him from far away, but we never hear him really talk. We don't hear him interact with people. We just hear people talking about him. everything is done from like a third person's point of view, looking at a god's view at this person who I don't even remember if he speaks at all in the movie. It's it's clever and creative and very artistic and some of them beautifully shot. I was, just be honest, bored to tears, but I still gave it a
But you can see
three and
the
a
value.
half. I
You can still see the
definitely see the
value.
value.
Yeah.
It wasn't entertaining, but
Yeah,
I know it's a solid film. But anyway,
sure.
that wanted to mention that because I don't have
Yeah,
any other
I
reason why I ever would bring it up again. I won't
no,
watch it again.
I wanted to watch it, I just didn't. I may have to sit down and actually do that now. Yeah,
I think
I mean, I got time.
yeah, you'll find very similar. And speaking of, by the way, I'm going to throw one more out there that feels the same as that.
Okay.
I've been trying to follow up and trying to watch a lot of the Yasujiro Ozu movies.
Mhm.
He's a Japanese director spanning from the silent era all the way up to like 70s and 80s. Made some of the greatest Japanese movies. His his visual styling and stuff like that is studied in film schools around the world. Whereas Akira Kurosawa is story and you're emotionally driven. Like this is more visually presented, composed images with like splashes. Like he'll have a red towel, and then in the next scene there's a red vase in the opposite. Like
Yeah,
just a clever
sure.
way that he's doing stuff visually that somebody smarter than me has to point out to me to make sure I understand why it's important.
Yeah,
But I've watched a couple of his movies. One of them was a silent movie called I Was Born But. And the movie is basically following these two kids who, in Japan, they're young, like 7 and 10, maybe 7 and 9, and they moved to like what would be a suburb or whatever in Japan, and to for their dad's new job, and it get fighting. They get getting picked on with bullies and all these things like that. Like they're wooden sandals stuff, but still like, but something happens and their dad. They find out their dad isn't the boss at the company he's at. He's just a worker, and one of the other kids is his boss, and like apparently very culturally different. That causes them to become very disappointed in their dad as they start disrespecting him. I have to say, it's very funny. Mel fucking loved it. It felt like a Buster Keaton movie. It
okay.
really did. There's a lot of fun, slapsticky stuff. I gave it high regard. All that being said, it's worth watching. He made a bunch of movies, very famous, After Summer, whatever. But he made a movie called Tokyo Story. Have you seen Tokyo Story?
I haven't seen it, but it's been on my list forever.
Same. And I didn't even know to be honest, who Ozu was when I put it on the list. I just knew it was revered as this great
That
movie.
well, that's it, and I didn't know it was him. I just was told that this is the movie.
This
You
is
have
the
to watch
movie.
it.
This is the movie that people hold up and say, this is a great example of how brilliant he is as a director. And he is absolutely brilliant director. He invented methods of shooting that I think inspired Orson Welles and Citizen Kane. Like they call him the tatami mat shot, where basically he had the camera down on the
Yeah.
ground shooting up almost the
Mhm.
entire movie, like
Oh,
which is
yeah.
very not done. It wasn't done at the time in
Right,
1932, 1934.
right.
But anyway, so Tokyo Story is from 1953, and essentially it is about an older couple, a man and a woman who are elderly, who are going to visit their kids who all live in or around Tokyo in the big city, and they still live in the village. And very little happens. They go to the Tokyo, or they go there. All their kids that live in their own lives are kind of modern in the sense that they don't have time for their parents. They're
Okay.
like, oh, they keep talking to each other behind the things like, what are we going to do with them tomorrow? We got to find something for them to do. I'm too busy at
Right.
work. And they're all modern existence. Like one of them runs a hair salon and one of them is a doctor and whatever. But this elderly couple, first of all, the striking image is they're smiling. They are smiling all the time. They're happy. They're proud, all that stuff. They're very quiet. They don't say much of anything. The movie was very long. I know why people like it. And there's some stuff in there that sticks with you. Like I just said, that their faces smiling, the fact of this older generation who would never treat their parents or grandparents the same way that their kids and grandkids are treating them, kind of disrespectful, and also again not sacrificing any time for them until it's too late, I'll just say. But anyways, it's very boring. I gave it a 3.5 because I
because of
know
how
it's solid,
yeah,
but much like Salvatore Giuliano, I struggled with it. And I think I was in the right mindset. I wasn't tired. I wasn't any of those things, but I definitely started fading out. Now,
drifting.
this one I will watch again just to see, because even though nothing when I say nothing happens, I mean
It's a
nothing
lot of
happens.
nothing.
Nothing happens.
Alright.
It's the train ride, and then there are different apartments, and anyways, but it is also, I know, great. I'm
Yeah,
just too stupid to understand the
right.
value of
No, I
it. But
get
anyways,
now, I'll give you one that is not great, but it definitely leans on that stupid that nothing really is happening. A lot is happening, but nothing is happening. So 1977's Record City. Have you heard of Record City?
mm-mm.
Record City it's essentially a plotless comedy that takes place over the course of one day in a Los Angeles record store,
You mean record like "Ooh, ooh," like a record, like
like
spinning
a
around?
spinning LP. Yes,
"Ooh, ooh," like that?
it's exactly like that. They even do that sound. No, they don't. Um, but the cat Ed Begley Jr. is in there. Frank Gorshin, the Riddler from
Yeah.
Batman, is in it. Ruth Buzzy from Rowan and Martin. Kinky Friedman, who you'd recognize if you saw him, and everybody's favorite Harold Cicada, aka Odd Job from
Okay.
the James Bond movies, is in
Is
it.
that his name?
Harold Cicada.
Honestly, why would somebody throw a shoe?
What
Anyways, but
shoe? Come on. No. But so it is, I think what they're going for is a groove tube Kentucky Fried Movie kind of
Oh,
series of vignettes.
okay.
It's a day in the life, nothing, there is no story, just a series of sketches, some musical performances, some uh celebrity cameos involving eccentric customers, like the just random weirdness. It's weird. I think it's probably worth watching just as a time capsule of 1977 because we don't have record stores like this anymore. Um,
What's a
and
record?
see exactly, exactly. Do they play on my phone? Can I do it on my phone?
Gotta spin it
Um,
around like a record?
but
Ooh, ooh.
there's a
Go ahead.
bunch of it's got like just for the people and the stuff. It's got some funny stuff. It's missing some stuff. It has no connective tissue. There's no through line anywhere.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
it's like it's kinda like SNL where nothing builds off of each other and there is no over it's like that, but messier.
It's like
Uh,
SNL, but not funny.
it's like SNL,
Just
but with
kidding.
less funny.
That's a good joke. I'm
But
sorry.
if you like Groove Tube, Tunnel Vision,
Yeah.
Amazon Women on the Moon, Kentucky Fried, if you like those kind of movies, check it out. Um, yeah,
Who made it?
I think it's fun. Who made it?
Zucker's Abrams? Is
Oh,
it another collaborative effort behind the camera?
Dennis
That was
Dennis
last week's topic,
Steinmetz.
damn it. I'm
Damn
sorry,
it,
go
I'm a week
ahead.
late. Dennis
Hopper.
Steinmetz is the director.
Oh, yeah, yeah, he's my old neighbor.
He's that guy, from that thing. I think he's more of a writer now, and he's more famous for doing, like, Young and the Restless.
Oh, okay.
He directed a bunch of he did a lot of
Record
TV.
City, you said?
It's called Record
You
City.
said not
He
Circuit City, but Record
not
City.
Circuit City.
Also, people don't know what Circuit City is anymore.
They don't know that anymore, do they? Aw. He did the TV movie Halloween with the new Addams Family.
Okay.
Yeah,
God love him.
he's done a lot of TV. He did 11 episodes of the original Land of the Lost, that kinda stuff. Record City, I think, is his only movie. He moved in and did a bunch of, like, cheesy, soap opera stuff. But yeah, it's worth watching just because it's got that chaotic energy that we kind of enjoy. Uh, I wouldn't call it good. It's a 2 star, 1.5 star, 2 star kinda movie.
Okay.
But
Like the
just
Machine
for
Gun Kelly movie that I
yeah,
talked about last week.
exactly. It's just like that. But yeah, it's worth watching as someone who likes Groove Tube and that
Right,
kind of
right. Which
that's where I
usually have some sort of a
yeah,
through
but it's
line, as
missing
a
that.
thread, yeah.
It's
So
missing
it's just
the connective
disjointed and all
tissue.
over the place.
Yeah. The connective
Um,
tissue is retail retail work. All of this is happening inside of a record store. That's your connective tissue.
uh, so, by the way, I watched you and I are both big fans of Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
Yes.
um, and, pretty much always he's been great forever. He
Yep.
went indie route. We've talked about Mysterious Skin, which nobody
Yes.
should watch. It's very disturbing.
That's a tough one.
That's a hard movie to come off of Third Rock from the Sun and make that.
Yeah. But then to
And
follow
10
that
Things
up
That
with
Hit
Brick,
yeah, and 10 Things That Hit Away. Brick, he's the first collaboration with what's his name though, right?
yes, that Ryan Johnson
Yeah. Did Ryan Johnson make in 2007, there's a movie called The Lookout. Do you know this movie?
doesn't sound familiar.
It's called The Lookout, and the opening scene, we're not giving it any away, is Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and a girl. It's like kids driving down a country road after prom, let's just say, in a fast Mustang or whatever. This long country road, and he's driving, and then they have another couple in the back seat, and his girl next to him, whatever. He's driving down the road and like turns the lights off because of fireflies, what have you. And in that, they get in a bad car accident. And then it just cuts to him starting a daily routine. Like this is as the credits are rolling, all this
Okay.
happens. A daily routine of like looking at post-it notes all over the house, like brush your teeth, lock the door, turn the lights off, because he has a memory issue. He can't remember anything. His brain's not putting anything together. And so it kind of starts with that struggle. Um, he ends up getting a job cleaning a bank at night,
Okay.
like some small farmer's bank, and kind of gets conned into Isla Fisher is in it. She kind of is part of a group that kind of trick him into robbing the bank or helping them rob the bank because he can get it. He's in there at night and he cases the place, all this stuff, but doesn't necessarily know his brain's not working right. You know what I mean? Um, it's a pretty cool heist movie.
Yeah.
And it's also a pretty great emotional movie about a damaged person trying to put their life back together after a traumatic incident.
Yeah.
So it's like two movies in one. I liked it a lot.
I'm gonna have to check
I
it out.
think I watched it years ago, but I kind of forgot about it. Basically, these guys are hoping that they can either get rid of him or that his brain will help forget details about them so he can't turn them in or what have you.
Is this the
Um,
movie that made Chris Pratt popular?
no,
Because
it's
that's
Chris Pratt.
Joseph Gordon no, it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character's name in the movie.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's a Chris Pratt I can get behind. Sorry. Sorry.
There's something in the trivia about that too, but
It
oh,
looks
I know what it was. Check this out. This is what the
uh
trivia says. I don't know if this is true.
okay.
The trivia says that Chris Pratt was who they tried to get and auditioned for the role, but they already named the character Chris Pratt. That's what the trivia says. That they already had the character's name as Chris Pratt, and then the actual Chris Pratt had come into audition, but either turned it down or didn't work out. So they ended up with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but kept the name. Silly, but it's
I
a
definitely
good
wanna check
movie.
it out.
He's
If this sounds
so good.
interesting, anybody else out there, if this sounds interesting to you, it is currently streaming on MGM Plus if you have a
Yeah.
subscription.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to I'm definitely gonna give this one a try. I like a good heist movie, as anybody who listens to the show knows that's something we enjoy.
It I would say it leans more on and by the way, fucking Jeff Daniels is in
Yeah,
it.
I saw
He's
that.
his blind roommate because they're both, let's say, handy capable.
Handy
But
capables. Yeah.
his Jeff Daniels character has been blind for 30 years or whatever it was. And so he's kind of got that snarky, edgy, cynical anyways, but like Joseph Gordon-Levitt spent months researching with people with with
Yeah.
memory problems and brain damage, and Jeff Daniels spent a bunch of
Yeah.
time studying blind people, because I promise you, his blind is the best blind from a non-blind person I've ever seen. It's really good. It's a
Yeah,
h I
Bruce
do
McGill's in it, Carla
yeah,
Gugino's in it.
yeah.
Alright,
I
yeah,
do highly recommend it. I can't remember who plays his dad.
sold.
Is it Bruce McGill? It is Bruce
Bruce
McGill who
McGill
plays
is
his
his
dad.
dad, yeah. Alex
Yeah.
Borstein's
It's
in
really
it?
good. Yeah,
Alright, yeah, no, I'm
she
sold.
is. Yeah.
I'm
I and
sold.
who directed it, if you're looking it up?
The guy that directed it is a gentleman by the name of Scott Frank. This is his directorial debut. The only other movie he's directed is A Walk Among the Tombstones with Liam Neeson.
Okay.
But he has written quite a bit. Like he wrote Logan, The Wolverine. Oh, he wrote Flight of the Phoenix.
Wah, wah. Well, hey, it's not the worst. Did, who did
But
he wrote
he wrote Soderbergh's Out of Sight.
he wrote the movie also, this movie?
Yeah,
Okay.
wrote and directed this one.
It's a
Yeah.
good movie. I definitely recommend it. It's worth your time, and
No,
Joseph
I'm gonna check it
Gordon-Levitt,
out.
it would be worse with the worse actor, but he makes it
Sure.
very, very good. So
Yeah.
anyways, just throwing that out there.
I love it.
I got a couple
Definitely.
others. What else you got?
Well, I only have one more, but it kind of leads into today's
Okay.
topic. So
Well,
talk
how
to
about
me.
this? I do have, 2. One also leads we touched on it last week, but I do wanna mention, um, a movie from what year? 99? 99 that I watched a long time ago and I really liked, and it was kind of a forgotten movie, but it was Outside Providence.
I
You
love that.
love this movie.
Yes.
We briefly mentioned it, but I wanna make sure it gets people should watch this movie. I think it's streaming
Yeah.
somewhere now.
Well, so 6 weeks ago, it was streaming on Paramount Plus.
It's got what's the kid's name? Sean
Sean
Hennessy?
Hannity, Sean
Hennessy?
Hannity,
Not Hennessy?
Alec, Sean, Sean Hannity, Amy
Amy
Smart,
Smart.
Alec Baldwin are
And
the
Amy
big,
Smart, and it's not even a road trip movie.
and it's not. But
But
Richard Jenkins is in it, and he's great.
Alec Baldwin, George Wendt.
Yeah,
Um, it's a movie. Basically, it's about the 1970s. Peter Farrelly of the Farrelly Brothers wrote it, which was kind of what gave the idea for college last week, which we were so smooth in
it,
executing our
yeah,
topic. But
he
anyways,
really did.
he
Just right
he,
into that.
he
Right.
wrote this movie based on his own experiences going to a fancy private school in the 1970s, and his experiences doing that. And then Weinstein, the piece of shit that he is, they took the movie and fucked it up, in his opinion. So he disavowed the movie, saying they took out a lot of the meat of what I wanted this movie to be. They tried to make it more of a Farrelly Brothers type movie, even though it's only
They definitely do that because they pitch it. So Michael Carenti, I believe, is the director, but they pitch it like the ads, the trailers in the time
yeah,
pitched it as from the guys who brought you.
yeah.
And it's all
Same.
Fair Brothers
Remember
movies.
they did that with that movie, Say It Isn't So? Do you remember
Yeah.
that with
Uh-huh.
Chris? What's the other Chris's name? Chris Williams, Chris
Uh,
Jenkins, Chris Hopper.
Chris Klein.
Chris Klein.
Chris
Chris Klein
Chris
from
Klein.
American Pie,
Yes.
and Heather Graham and some other people,
Mhm.
which is
Yeah.
a fun little movie
It's
in
fine,
Oregon,
yeah.
set in Oregon, by the way, the
Set in
Beaver
Oregon.
State.
Yeah.
But they really pushed that to be like a Farrelly Brothers movie. That's more like a Farrelly Brothers movie. This is
Yeah.
more like a Richard Linklater. This is
Yeah.
more like Dazed and Confused than anything, but with a little bit more heart and emotion. I don't know. Alec Baldwin's character is great.
Yeah. And this
His
is when
friends,
Alec Baldwin was kind of he was the pompous jackass in real life at this time. He hadn't
yeah,
found his 30 Rock yet
yeah.
and figured out who he is, so he was still kind of a garbage person.
This was like the Along Came Polly version, where he's
Yeah,
still in that phase. He'd
yeah,
done SNL, so people saw that he had humor. And it was
and he could be funny.
he's good, and the movie has heart. It's
Yeah,
really a
it
sweet
does.
movie. Like I gave it a 3.5 and stuff, and it's streaming now. People should check it out.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
yeah,
It'll be probably later this week because I'll sit down and watch it here in the next few days because I love it so much. So it'll probably be on the Underseen and Overlooked because it's that good.
yeah. It's a
But yeah,
solid movie.
yeah.
I've only got one more.
Yeah,
And mine also
I'll
ties in.
yeah, I'll give you mine and then you give me yours. So, just this last week I watched so when we're of an age that, in the '80s, there was the TV show Mr. Belvedere.
Yeah,
So that's I was familiar with Mr. Belvedere from that TV show.
not the original from the 40s.
So not I didn't know anything about the books that it was based on.
I didn't know it was a book. It's a book.
Yeah, it's a book first. It was a series of books. But in 1949, and I just watched this last week without knowing this was going to be our topic, I watched Mr. Belvedere Goes to College. Clifton Webb, great actor, he plays the prim and proper Mr. Belvedere who enrolls into college to get a degree. It's this golden age 1949 comedy, fish out of water.
Yeah,
It's fun, it's silly, it's a bit dated because it is 1949. We hadn't gotten we hadn't quite flipped into the method era with Marlon Brandos and
right.
everything. We're just barely post-war, so it's still lighter comedy. We haven't gotten to the dark yet, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a 2.5-star movie, but it is fun. It is really a sweet kind of movie. And it just happened to be that I watched this last week and we end up doing this list. So
I do want to watch it. It's been on a handful of times. I just haven't gotten around to it, but it's a classic movie that I know what I'm gonna get out of it. I
yeah.
know it's gonna be pretty
Mhm.
good, not great,
Yep.
but pretty good,
Exactly.
and worth my time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm,
And it's again, it's short. It's like 85 minutes long or something. It's tight. It's easy to watch.
gotta love that. Well, mine's not quite even that quality, but I do want to mention this movie is not streaming. I had to buy it on DVD. People might say I'm crazy for doing that. But in 1994, the movie PCU, we
I
briefly
like
talked about this.
PCU. Yeah.
So here's the thing. I don't know why it's not streaming. I have to imagine it's music rights issues as everything else,
No, yeah.
which is again just bullshit. Just figure out how to put it out there for Christ's sake. Amy had never seen it, even though I vaguely remember showing it to her years ago. But I do like the movie. I always kind of did. First of all, Jeremy Piven is a hit and miss with me.
Yeah.
Like I could
More
take him
miss than hit,
sometimes.
but yes.
Yeah, it depends. Um, famously, the we talked about the goods. The Neil Brennan wrote a movie about traveling car salesmen who go from lot to lot across the country and help do big, huge weekend sales for car lots. He's great in that. He's good in Gross Point Blank, so he's better in a lot of movies. Maybe I haven't seen all the bad stuff, but
I think
Entourage.
it's when he tries to lead something that it's more miss than hit.
So I
Except for here.
I think he's the lead here,
Yeah,
even though
except for
he's
here.
not first on the But anyway, so
Oh,
the movie is PCU from 1994. I can't remember the kid's name that Mel likes so much from The Great Outdoors. He's kind of the
yeah,
lead. He's the main.
Chris Young.
It's a day in the life of this kid from high school coming to do a weekend, an overnight weekend thing at this college he wants to go to. And the college is in the 90s. So in the 90s, it was very current. So PCU stood for like, I don't know,
Portchester.
Port Chester University, but really they all call it politically correct university. Because the notion is that in 1994, political correctness, or is what they would call woke now, I guess, was off the rails. And so everybody was protesting and mad at everybody else. That's the long story of the whole thing. But the movie it's got young David Spade, even though he's the oldest cast member. He was like 30, even though he looks 16. Jeremy Piven, who was 28, but supposed to be like 24, whatever.
Right. You got Jessica Walter in there.
Mm-hmm. Liked the movie. I liked it
Yeah.
back then. I
Mhm.
watched it again with Mel. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was poignant. I think there's a really good movie, like a really solid good movie remade by like Judd Apatow using the similar premise,
This
similar
idea.
idea. It's just a
Yeah.
day in the
It's
life of this
like
kid, but
it's a day in the life, but there are a couple of groups. He's in the middle of what is it, the balls and shaft or whatever, and the
yeah.
other group,
Well,
because
fraternities have been outlawed.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
all about the outlawed Greek system. They want it returned.
Yeah.
Um, but it's famously not so well, maybe famously to some, famously to me, it's directed by Hart Bachner, who is, I think, most famous for being the cocaine sniffing jackass in Die Hard, the other guy at the office. He
Mhm.
directed it, and I think he did a pretty decent job.
What's his name
Uh,
on Die Hard? Emmett?
that sounds right.
It
My,
starts with an E.
Harry Ellis. Ellis. Ellis.
Ellis.
Ellis.
I just
But
hear
yeah,
John McCain going, "Damn it, Ellis, you don't know
but
what these guys are all about."
so he did PCU, and then he did another movie that maybe I'm the only one, but he did the John Lovitz comedy High
High
School
School High.
High. And then he did some other movie called Just Add Water that I've never seen, but
High School High is Tia Carrere. Yeah, she's the love interest, so she's the other teacher at the school. I would watch anything with Tia Carrere, especially
yeah.
in the '90s.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, a
And
PC
Louise Fletcher's in it, Academy Award winning Nurse Ratched.
yeah.
But anyway,
PCU was very good. It should be people should watch it. I actually think the jokes are funnier now in the
yeah,
current climate of how
of
everybody
the
sees
world we live in
everything.
today.
I think it's funny that we were making fun of like not we, but that like the liberals, let's just say the artists, the whatever, the progressives were making fun of themselves because that's what they're doing in this
Mhm.
movie
Oh, yeah.
in '94, like 20 or 30 years ahead
Yeah.
of
And
let's say
it's
the
wild.
conservatives doing so.
And ECU, like you said, it's not streaming for like, you cannot stream it
No,
for any money.
yeah.
You have to purchase it.
And
It
again, to be fair, I think I got a DVD. I'm not buying a Blu-ray of it, but I bought the DVD
no.
for like $7.
Right,
So I
right.
mean, it whatever.
It's
But to me it's worth that because I will watch it again.
oh,
It's
yeah,
good. It's got
absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
young John Favreau,
Yeah,
young chubby John Favreau. He's brilliant in it. The people who pop up in this movie are great, but the
yeah.
jokes are good. But the thing about it is it reminds me why Jeremy Piven got to be so
Got a
big because
career.
he is absolutely effing brilliant in this. He was also in the Larry Sanders Show around the same time,
Yeah.
and he's brilliant in that.
I
But
love
this almost was written for him. It seems like he does it so well. But anyways, it's a really great college movie,
yeah,
much like Mr. Belvedere goes to
right.
college,
Goes to
which
college.
does lead us into last
To
week. We were going to
college,
make a
yeah,
a quick list very organically of movies set in college movies.
right.
It's a good
Yeah,
genre, like
it is. It is, and because I'm going to list off 5 movies real fast just to highlight what we don't like to do on this show. There This is not about the big movies. Animal House, Good Will Hunting, Social Network, Old School, Legally Blonde, the things that everybody knows and everybody's seen. We really wanna get to the heart of, and those are all good movies. Every one of those is worth watching.
yeah,
But there are so many movies out there that maybe you missed it,
yeah.
and that's what I wanna talk about.
And again, there's always some sort of parameter ish. There were a lot of movies that come up when if you were to search and Google it, they come up that are
Yeah,
relevant because college.
sure.
Like I can't remember some of them. Caddyshack we joked about comes up because he's going to college, which is a
Yeah,
terrible. That doesn't count.
it doesn't
A
count.
college movie to me takes place on the campus of a college
Yep.
with college students doing college things. Much like, and here's a one that I don't know if you remember. In like 93, 94, and we've talked about this before, but the movie With Honors
Yeah,
with Brendan
Blair
Fraser,
Fraser, Joe
Joe
Pesci.
Pesci. I
Uh-huh.
can't remember anybody else that's in it. We've talked about this recently.
Yeah, 'cause I watched it not too long back.
Oh, is that what it was?
Mhm.
That's a
Yeah,
good
I did,
movie.
and it's actually decent. I love the way that Joe Pesci portrays the homeless, free
Unhoused.
thinker guy, unhoused. Well, in the movie,
I
he
know, I get
was
it.
housed. It's because of you that I'm homeless now. He was living in the boiler room of the college. No, he says, "I'm not a I'm a Harvard bum." Um, but I did say something at the end of our show last week, and I wanna bring it back. I said I was gonna find a Matthew Broderick college movie because there is one. I thought of it right away. It is Matthew Broderick and Marlon Brando in The
The
Freshman.
Freshman. But
Yeah.
they do very I thought about that one too,
So
but they do
he's
very
a film
little.
student.
Yep.
It's a comedy about being in NYU film school
Completely, you're right, but
and
they do so
working for the
little in the
mob.
college itself. There's almost nothing other than 2 scenes, I think, with him in the classroom, and they
But
come
I
together.
said I was gonna get it. I was gonna get there, so I got there.
And
I was
it's
gonna do it.
I do like that movie a lot,
I
and
do
the
too.
funny thing is I came up with it because I thought about Harold Lloyd's The Freshman,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's a great
That's a
college
great
movie. It's
yeah,
one of my favorite, actually probably
love it.
is my favorite
Yeah,
Harold Lloyd movie, but, anyways, it's really good, and that's all him joining the college football team and everything else, and that made me think of The Other Freshman. So
yeah.
anyways,
So how
good
about
movie.
there's a movie that we've talked about in the past, and I think it kind of fits along the lines of PCU. About 4 years later, we get Dead Man on Campus,
For sure.
where, like, it's about 2 slackers trying to find that try to get a roommate to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Like, I don't it's funnier than it should be.
I always
I
liked the movie.
Me
It
too.
distinctly stood out, as our generation because Zach Morris from
Yeah.
Saved by the Bell not
Mhm.
only didn't have blonde hair, bleached
Yeah.
blonde hair, had dark hair, also
Mhm.
wore glasses, and it was one of
Yep.
the very first things he was doing post
Yeah.
Saved by the Bell. It was the first
Right.
thing of note, right?
The real big thing, yeah, for
That's what
sure.
stood out to me, not the fact
Yeah.
that the other guy, who I can never remember his name, uh, has
Yeah.
been in a lot of stuff,
He's
and
yeah, but
but
he's just he's Zach Morris 2.0, that other guy. Like,
yeah,
he's the same guy.
it's stoner, and
Yeah.
like
Oh,
it's taken to the next level. Yeah,
yeah. Anyways, I like Dead Man on Campus. I thought that one was a fun one.
I haven't seen it in a long time. Is it streaming anywhere?
Ooh. I feel like that's a hard one, right? Because of content?
I mean, I would think, but if it depends on, I never know. I can never predict who's going to be doing what. Um, I'll move on while you're doing that.
No, it's not. You can rent it or quote unquote "purchase" it streaming, but it's not streaming on any services.
It's worth watching.
Yeah.
Remember liking it. I haven't seen it in
Mhm.
probably 15 years,
Yeah.
but a good movie. Do you remember in 1995? And I saw this at theater. Higher Learning.
Yeah, it's on that was way at the top. It was
It's
one of the first
unfor-
ones I came up with.
Yeah, it's one of my first ones too because it stood out to me when I was, I don't know, I was 17, I think, and when it came out. I saw it in the
Yeah.
theater, and it's
Yeah.
disturbing. It's a racist kid who
Yeah.
goes the wrong
And
direction
it's
into fascism.
John Singleton.
Yep.
Love John Singleton. Rest in peace, John
Young
Singleton.
Michael
So,
Rappaport is the racist.
yeah, but Christy Swanson, young
Yep.
Jennifer Connelly,
Yep.
like, this is an Ice Cube continuing on, like, I can actually act, guys. I'm not just
It always felt like Boys in the Hood, but like uh, like them going to college.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
It felt,
absolutely,
yeah. It's
absolutely.
a movie. It was a message movie from the 90s. It
Sure,
was a
sure.
strong, message. But if they even poke fun at it in Don't Be a Menace to South Central,
Yeah,
I think 3 or 4 different times.
a few
But
times, yeah.
I think it tainted my vision of Michael Rappaport for quite a few years because he's a pretty shitty guy.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not a fan anymore. But there was a time that when he showed up in things, I thought he was funny, I thought he was decent, but in real life, I guess he's a shitty guy.
Was that true?
Yeah. Ask Ron Funches about him. Ron
Uh,
Funches hates him,
I do
but
like
that's a
Ron
different
Funches.
story.
Well, this all started because we briefly talked about last week. We had talked about partnerships behind the camera, and then Roger Avery and Quentin Tarantino. And then Roger Avery went off on his own and did The Rules of
One of the
Attraction,
best yeah,
which I don't think enough people have seen. I think
that's a
it's
great movie.
worthy. It's a really good movie. It's a hard movie to watch. I
Yeah.
will forever be scarred by a certain scene in the movie.
Mhm,
Um, Forever,
mhm.
but in the
Yeah,
best possible way.
yeah.
Um, I can't even remember the name of the song, but the song is playing, and I can't hear that song without picturing that. And I showed the movie to Mel like 5 years ago or something, and now she's scarred forever. So maybe it's not worth watching for everybody.
No, but it is really a good movie.
What's it called? There was a song, "Living Without You," with or without you. Anyway, whatever. Forget all that. But it's a really good movie. It's a very modern. It's a lot of nudity in it.
Yeah,
It's
and
a
it's
very
it's
modern version. It's actually the first time James Vanderbeek, because I didn't watch Dawson's Creek, and he's basically one of the leads in the movie. And it's one of the first
mhm.
times I was like, "Oh, I like
Oh,
this guy. Like
I
this
like
guy's
that. Yeah.
he." Yeah,
Yeah, and it's a Bret Easton Ellis book
yeah.
that Less Than Zero with Robert Downey Jr. when he was
He's
younger,
Bateman.
and yeah,
He's playing Patrick Bateman's
Patrick
younger
Bateman.
brother.
Yeah, and which is American Psycho, so
Yeah.
it's this
It's
they're
like
all
he
kinda
talks about
interconnected.
his older brother Patrick.
Yeah.
Like he put it all in the same universe. It's a super solid movie. Um, what about Happy Death Day?
Yeah, I didn't even think of Happy Death Day. Big fan, love both Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You.
It was the
Um,
first thing I bought on streaming. The first time
do you still
other
have
than
it?
renting. I don't know.
Has
I
it
haven't
taken it
looked.
away yet?
I have not looked, but distinctly because I wanted to see it. I don't remember if we saw the beginning or and I wanted to watch it, so I bought it on. And I remember Mel telling me whenever it was 5 years ago, like you're gonna buy that. Like, how are you gonna buy it? And I was like, we have it forever. Don't worry.
Don't
Well, I'm
worry
buying
about
it
it.
now. We can watch it forever for the rest of time. As long as we
Right.
sign into Prime, we can watch it anywhere. And now I find out that's not necessarily true.
That's not
So
really
I
true.
should have listened to Amy the whole time. But I remember the movie gave me I don't want to say slasher movies or horror movies, but I definitely had grown somewhat tired of the genre other than, things like The Ring maybe, or something coming from
Something that had to do something new.
across the pond, or,
Okay.
across the
Whatever.
Pacific or
Sure.
wherever. Um but anyways, and this was one of the first ones that kind of reinvigorated an interest in what you could do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and it absolutely did something different. It took the Groundhog Day premise and put it into a more of a slasher movie world,
Yeah.
but did it in a really smart way. You made the character the final girl, everything you want in a final girl, where she starts out one way and through trial and error becomes smarter and smarter, and,
Yeah.
like, really well done. I enjoy it quite a bit.
Much like the show with, Natasha Lyonne, whatever that one's called, Red,
Russian
Red
Russian Doll?
Russian Doll, yeah, which is also the first season is really good, second season is okay, but still good. Like, that premise is fun in itself, there's a lot you can do with it. They did a
Yeah,
good job with this. They made it entertaining, which is if I'm truly entertained by it like I
that's
was
all
with
that
Groundhog
matters.
Day,
Right.
then it's worth
Mhm.
checking out.
Absolutely.
Did they make a
I
3rd or just 2?
I just know of the 2. If they made a
Okay.
3rd one, I'm not familiar, but,
It went straight to video, straight to
straight
VHS,
to
straight
straight
to
to
Blockbuster.
VOD. How so does so this movie I'm about to mention, great soundtrack. Does it count though? Accepted with Justin Long,
100%.
because he creates a fake college,
Yeah,
real college, but it's definitely a satire on the whole idea of college admissions and everything, and it's funny,
yeah. I
really
like
funny.
it was, at that moment, remember when everybody was like, "Justin Long, he's gonna be the next big he could really be a big star," and I think this was his first lead. It was
And
the
then he
first time he
wasn't.
led a movie, and then I don't know what happened. But I like Accept It a lot. I still can quote Jonah Hill from it, and just the premise itself of oh, by the way, I think the girl in it is Maria Thayer, right? And she's the girl from Those Who Can't,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The same
Yes.
little
Same
redhead
lady.
girl from that show that you can't find also. So let's talk about
Right.
more stuff that nobody can ever find.
Let's let me
Um,
shout out I'll shout out one for the younger audience, and because I liked it better than I should than you would think. It's called Sydney White.
okay.
It's basically a modern retelling of Snow White at a Southern college. Amanda Bynes, who should have been so much better, but Nickelodeon ruined her, and now poor girl is just trying to live.
Yeah.
But it's her versus, like, a sorority queen. It's formulaic, but she is so charming.
What year is it?
2007?
That's for the younger people. It's 20 years old. I'm with you.
But
Just
what I
kidding.
mean by the younger audience is anybody who's younger than me.
This is how old we are, is everything on my list is at least 20 years old. Do you have
No,
anything on your
I
list
have a
that's
I have a couple that are in the 12-year range.
okay? Who cares? Whatever.
Well, let me throw this one out because you mentioned it a couple. We mentioned it. I talked about the intern. You mentioned the internship a few back. It's not technically college, but it's like going. It's college kids going into interns. I just want to shout out because the internship with Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson is a surprisingly fun little movie.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
pretty I definitely, here's a random one. Let me see if you even know this
okay,
movie. I think it's from 1987, 88. Patrick Dempsey, Helen Slater. It's a movie called Happy Together. I have
not
not seen this movie. I have not seen this movie since maybe the 90s. But basically, Patrick Dempsey goes to college and he's given a dorm assignment, and his dorm roommate is some person named Alex, but Alex is a girl. But the school doesn't know that. They think it's a
doesn't.
boy just because of the first name. They don't check anything else. I don't
Yeah,
remember how that happened, but they're not supposed to live boy and girl in the same room. But that's Helen Slater. So they end up rooming together, deciding to stick it out, whatever. Of course, they fall in love.
of
School
course,
finds
as
out,
you
whatever.
do.
In the 90s or so, when I saw this movie, I kind of liked it. Like, I
Yeah,
thought it was charming. I
nice.
actually thought, I remember thinking distinctly that it was kind of romantic. Like, it was, I
Yeah,
guess, a rom com, but I remember
sure.
thinking, even back
Yeah,
in
I
my young teenage years,
never heard of it.
just popping through, Dan Snyder, who you love, is in it.
Speaking of Amanda Bynes,
But Brad Pitt is in it. I do not remember Brad Pitt in it, but he shows up in the cast list, which is
um,
in itself very strange. But
another
at
m I've
88, I
got
think, Happy
a
Together.
another movie from that same time frame, 1988, Spike Lee's School Days.
Never seen it.
Oh, yeah, it's musical,
Yeah.
it's dramedy, historically black college, but it deals with, like, class different classes of people, activism, it's really good. It's not obviously, that movie that he made the very next year. Anyways, it's not his best movie, but it is really good. What the heck is that called?
I don't know.
David, why is my
I'm
problem?
running through Spike Lee's list of movies right now. Um, anyways,
Do the Right Thing.
there you go.
Holy cow. It's not Do the Right Thing, but it's still
School
very
Days predates Do the Right Thing? Does it? Okay. I've never seen School Days,
yeah, it's good,
ironically.
worth watching, but you'll never see it because it's a first
This one might be Mount Rushmore or
Uh-huh.
whatever, but I still want to mention it because I've always liked it, which everybody likes. Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield, yeah, yeah.
You
I
can't
didn't
not
even write it
mention
on my
that.
list. It didn't even
He literally is an old man who goes back to an older guy who goes back to college. It's got a
to
great cast
die.
of people. Yeah. And then it's a swim team deal,
Yeah.
which, uh, anyways,
'Cause when
dumb
you see
movie.
Rodney Dangerfield, you think swimming.
And that last scene with
It's
that,
got William Zabka in it.
it's got a huge cast of
Yeah.
people in it. It's got, what's his name? Paulie from, not Paulie. Yeah, Paulie from the Rocky.
Rocky, Uncle Polly.
I can't remember the teachers. Oh, what's her name from the original Hot Lips from the movie?
Oh, yeah, from the
She's the
movie
love
Hot
interest.
Lips.
It's a fun movie. It's from 1986. Anybody
Yeah,
from our generation knows and loves the
watch the
movie.
movie.
So it's not really same thing with like Real Genius, also set in a college, but anybody from our generation knows this movie. All I know about it is that Gabe Jarrett's in it. And it Gabe Jarrett, Chris
Gabe Jarrett,
Makepeace.
I'm in.
What's the other guy? Chris
Yep,
Makepeace, Gabe
Gabe
Jarrett,
Jarrett.
and Charlie
Chris
Schlatter.
Chris
Charlie Schlatter.
Schlatter. Charlie Schlatter.
Charlie
Schlatter,
Schlatter.
Schlatter. How
Famously
about
from
so if you wanna
18 again.
let's stick with this mid-80s stuff and go with maybe the most problematic, worst movie of all time, 1986's Soul Man,
I knew
where
you'd
C.
bring that
Thomas
up.
Howell dyes his skin to get a scholarship to Harvard Law
You
School.
own the movie now.
I don't own the movie. I own the soundtrack on LP.
Mm. Do you
It's a
feel
little different. I
racist
do
when you
not own
listen
the
to it?
movie. It's a
is it
real
only white people covering R&B, black
but
R&B and gospel?
no, it's not, but that would have been
It's like
fantastic.
white people doing Motown?
It's all Blue-Eyed Soul. Yeah, terrible movie. Terrible, terrible movie.
Yeah.
But, now one that I noticed coming up a lot that I haven't seen, and I love Richard Linklater, you mentioned him a minute ago, and it's
Yeah.
Everybody Wants
I
Some.
have not seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I
It's
don't
the spiritual sequel to Dazed and Confused because it's
Yeah. Yeah.
1980 and in college, but
Yep. I don't know why, because I think I know what I would get out of it, and I bet it's good. I bet it's good enough for my time. I don't know what it is with Richard Linklater. I'm not often drawn to his stuff. I had to be dragged to some of it. Not dragged, but I'd like be pushed into a couple of his
and
movies.
some of his movies are just they're fantastic, but you're right, they don't play the trailer and you think, "Okay, first day, watching this one."
A Scanner Darkly with
Yeah,
Keanu Reeves, which
Canoe
is
Review,
it's all done with like rotoscoping, so it kind of looks
rotoscope.
like
Mhm.
somebody hand drew the cartoon version of what's really happening.
Yeah,
And it took me forever to watch it. I think Max finally pushed me and said, "You really have to
push
watch
you.
this movie," and I
Yeah,
did, and I really liked it. I thought it was
yeah,
clever and creative, but I haven't watched it again. I don't
right.
show it to people,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah,
but I know
right.
it's good, so I don't know.
Does
I don't know what
Road
that
Trip
is.
count?
I count it because
'Cause they're
almost
college
most
friends going on a road trip.
yeah, but a lot of it takes place at the college or in the dorms.
Yeah,
Like the whole impetus for the movies, actually, it starts with Tom Green giving a tour of the college.
yeah.
So, 100%, it's
And
on my
any
list
movie
as
where
well.
Tom Green eats a mouse is worth watching.
um, what about the movie Admission? Did you see that movie?
I haven't. I jotted it down just to bring up to see if you had seen it. That's the
Mhm.
one with, the Tina Fey.
Yeah, basically,
Yeah, haven't seen it.
they said let's take one of the funniest women alive that people all like, Tina Fey, and one of the funniest guys that everybody likes, Paul Rudd. And let's put them together in a movie, and it didn't work.
That isn't funny at all?
Oh, it's funny, like the ish.
It's
You know,
supposed to be?
did you see the Tina Fey, Amy Poehler movie where they're sisters? It's called Sisters, I think, right?
Yeah, it is called Sisters because
It is called Sisters.
when I was pulling up the information for last week for Sisters, because I watched the Brian De Palma movie,
That
it
came
kept
up.
trying to tell me that, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, and I said, "No, they're not." I woulda liked that movie.
That movie's good, to an extent. They switch roles, which is funny because you would think it'd be the other way, but
Sure,
Tina Fey is the wild, um, person, the wild child,
sure.
and then Amy
Wow,
Poehler's
child.
the tight whatever. My brain's fried. But,
Well, it happens.
Admission, I saw it. I think I saw it in the theater for the same reason that anybody would have, because I'm
Right.
dragged to the theater by these 2 stars
Yeah,
doing
it's
what
why I
looks like
went
a
and
great
saw
movie.
what did I saw, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot at the
Yeah,
theater because she's in it.
but I like that movie. That's,
Me
John
too, but I
Requa and Glenn Ficarra.
yeah, it's just one of those movies that on paper, a journalist going
Yeah,
into Afghanistan
yeah.
doesn't, but you say, "Oh, Tina Fey, okay, I'm
There
going."
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, there was more of an edge to it than it came out with. I think they softened it up a little bit because there's something more political about it. But, anyways, Admission was
So,
good. It's very
just
forgettable. I forgot the
alright,
movie existed until I was making this
still
list,
doing this
but
list.
they're both still funny and charming, but I don't remember any.
Mhm.
Usually, even a movie that is just so, I can remember a distinct joke or a
Yeah,
scene that stands out in pretty much even bad movies, and I don't remember any of that. So,
yeah.
anyway,
Well, alright, well,
but that one
I
is
won't
about
rush
college.
out to watch it.
No. How about this one? This one is probably not on your list, but worth mentioning. Going back to the 1960s, which is The Computer That Wore Tennis Shoes.
It is not on my list,
Those Disney
but
Kurt
I
Russell
love the
movies
Kurt Russell stuff.
and the Dune buggy movies, right? Where they, for
Yeah,
some reason, every one of those movies, they're all driving around in a topless dune buggy with no
yep,
seatbelts or anything else. So the rules were different. Gravity was different back then. But they made a bunch of those, but they're all set in Adams College, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, which is the college in Revenge of the Nerds.
correct. It's slightly different, but
Probably not the same. What about staying with old, though? What about 1973's The Paper Chase?
I do have that also. That's a great
Yeah,
movie.
that's a
Yeah.
great movie. John Houseman just being a complete asshole to
Yeah.
Timothy Bottoms.
Yeah.
My little note is anti-Animal House.
Yeah.
It's
It takes itself very seriously.
it is a very serious movie.
It's directed by somebody, I can't remember who.
James Bridges.
Maybe not. Anyway, it's a great movie. I watched that for the first time a few years ago, so it's not even
Right.
something
That
I'm
it
familiar
is
with.
that's why it popped up. It was the very first movie that I wrote down for this list because I just watched it probably
I thought
3
you
or
were gonna
4
say it was the
years
very
ago.
first movie you ever watched. It's
Yeah,
like a
first
a
one ever.
a
My mom was
2
like, "You're a
two-year-old,
baby. You're watching this as a baby."
and you're like, "Settle the filibuster. Why doesn't he filibuster here?" It's like law students in a very
It's so
prestigious.
no, but yeah, James Bridges who did like the China Syndrome, um, Bright Lights, Big City. So some movies that are on our radar, but not necessarily everyone's
Well, since you
movies.
brought up Michael J. Fox, um,
Mikey.
uh, he wasn't in it, but the sequel isn't Teen Wolf 2, Jason Bateman
Yeah,
in
Jason Bateman.
college?
They are. It's college boxing. But now Styles is against the Wolf. He is
Yes.
not pro Wolf anymore,
And a different stylist. They changed the guy, right?
and the different styles.
Yeah.
But at the very beginning, you do get Michael J. Fox's dad. The same dad shows up to drop Jason Bateman off at college.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he gets his little cameo. I haven't seen T Wolf 2 in a long time. Chubby's in it though. That same guy is there.
Isn't he's not the same character, right? I think he's the cousin.
I don't know if his character's different or not. I
I think
don't know. I
I
just know he's
honestly
in it.
I could be wrong, but I think he plays the cousin. Like Michael J. Fox is in this Teen Wolf 2 universe. He's still
Yeah.
out there. He's still back surfing
Yes.
on vans and stuff, on the
Yeah,
top
he's
of
still doing
vans
his
and stuff,
thing. Yeah.
and biting girls in closets and stuff. And then Jason Bateman is now all of a sudden going to become a boxer. Very bad movie. I mean,
Yeah. And
even
Jason
Bateman knows
Bateman,
that.
I don't know about you, but when I look at young Jason Bateman, the first thing I think of is, ooh, that kid's gonna be a boxer.
Or a
Because he
wolf.
that's he right. It's like so I have a movie here. I actually have two. In the year 2000, two college movies came out about the same time. One of them, fantastic.
Cider
One of
House
them,
Rules.
guilty pleasure-ish. I love Cider House.
Cider House Rules and Loser. Yeah.
Neither of those.
Ah.
First, I'm gonna start with the movie that is objectively a bad movie that I, for some reason, really enjoy. And it's called The Skulls.
Okay, I remember that movie.
The Joshua
It
Jackson,
was the
Paul Walker,
secret society,
yep.
balls and shaft.
So Balls and Chef. No, so The Skulls is at Yale. The movie is inspired by
Skull and Bones.
the Skull and Bones, which famously George Bush
Most,
was,
yeah, a lot of presidents.
John Kerry was,
Yeah.
William Howard Taft, a lot of presidents. Anyways, it's this conspiracy thrillery movie. I distinctly remember without giving away I remember the twist towards the end with what's his name from Poltergeist, the dad, Hayden Fox from Coach,
Yeah.
Craig T. Nelson,
Yeah.
um,
John
it
McGinley.
John C. McGinley. I actually enjoy the movie quite a bit. Not a great movie,
The
but it is
Skulls?
The
Okay.
Skulls. I actually
I haven't watched it since 2000.
no, neither have I, but I liked it that day. I liked it that day.
Perfect.
Um, so actually, I watched both of these movies at the same time. So
Okay.
in the year 2000, famously, I was still at Blockbuster. I hadn't left Blockbuster yet. So we were hanging out with some friends. I rented that one, and I rented this other movie called Wonder Boys.
Yeah, with
Wonder
Tobey
Boys,
Maguire.
Tobey Maguire, Michael Douglas, Francis McDormand, Robert Downey Jr. Fantastic movie. But I'm watching it with some high school friends of mine, and the reason this stands out is we watched The Skulls, and everybody's like, "Yeah, that was fun, cool." We watched Wonder Boys, and one of my friends from high school, shout out Anna, she says, "Okay, now I get it." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Now you get it?" She goes, "So The Skulls is a movie. That Wonder Boys, that's a
The film.
film.
Yeah.
Now I get it. I see where there's a difference between those two things."
Yeah.
and that's very much the way that it is. They both have entertainment value, they both have
Who
artistic
made the
value.
Wonder Boys?
Curtis Hanson,
Yeah.
Proof of Life,
Yeah.
8 Mile, great director, really good movie. It's like it's academia, it's creativity. I really enjoy that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I've seen it again. I haven't watched Skulls again,
Yeah.
but I liked Skulls that day. Uh, so there's
I'm
that.
trying to remember. I know I've seen Wonder Boys. What's the plot? Run it through
Um,
with me.
the plot is it's so Michael Douglas is a professor at a college in Pittsburgh, and he's a novelist, and he's like writer's block. He cannot think, he cannot think, and all of these people are kind of trapped during it's like a bad weather, and they're all in a like this weird weekend where it's just all these Tobey Maguire, Francis McDormand, Robert Downey Jr., and him are kind of in a single location, and it's just dealing with how life overflows into creativity and the things that may block you, and it's the little things that open you up,
Yeah.
and you see the wonder. It's just I don't know, the somebody, I don't remember what critic it was, but it said one of the best professor films ever made. I'm hard pressed to think of many other professor films, to be honest with you, but this is a very good movie. Very good movie. I keep waiting for it to be streaming somewhere. Um, it's just not.
You know another good professor movie? Kinsey.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's a good one. The whole sex therapist thing, I didn't even pop up. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
That's
Yeah.
but Wonder Boys, this is the weirdest. I remember certain scenes of it that tells me something, but I very distinctly remember somebody having a laser disc of it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not
Yeah,
kidding. Like, it was one of the first
yeah,
times I remember somebody having a laser disc and playing it. Like, so we watched it, or maybe they were just showing me and I saw some of it. Maybe I haven't seen the movie. Maybe because it doesn't. Anyways,
yeah.
I now I know I
Fantastic.
have now I know I have to watch
Oh, and
that.
Katie Holmes makes an appearance in it.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like it. Highly
Uh,
recommend it.
but Kinsey,
Kinsey,
Liam Neeson, the guy's name I can never remember. Skarsgård, Skarsgård.
Stellan,
Ellen, no, it's the
Alex.
Paul Alex. No, it's not even a Skarsgård.
No, that's not
Sarsgaard. It's Peter Sarsgaard, which I always confuse with
with
Skarsgård.
scars and SARS and
Peter Sarsgaard, like
yes,
from Garden State.
yes,
Sarsgaard. But anyways,
SARS.
Kinsey is great. It's a neat little movie about the opening up of people's sexuality
Yeah,
and the
because
actual
Alfred
academic
Kinsey,
study.
yeah, he was the original, like, academic side, like, before, Dr. Ruth and all
Yeah.
them. It was Alfred Kinsey.
Yeah, fully studying human sexuality
Yeah.
and developing the Kinsey scale and the
Isn't
spectrum
that
of
is that what Masters of
homosexuality.
Sex is about with Michael Sheen?
No,
Or is that different?
I think that's different. I could be wrong, but I think that's like not a pharmaceutical company, but a different agency who's also
Oh,
studying
oh,
sex, I believe,
okay.
from the
Maybe
scenes I've
it's
seen.
the next step. It's building off of Kinsey.
But
I don't
usually the scenes I've seen are usually on mute, and it's only a few seconds here and
know.
there. Just
I get
kidding.
you, I get you.
I'm kidding, but that's partially true.
I
Uh,
wanna shout out one that has become problematic because of the professor in it, but that's
how about
2008
Marianne?
2008 movie 21, about the MIT students who,
Oh yeah, the Asian kids, right?
yeah, but that's so the movie has gotten ripped apart because those Asian kids are now mostly white kids, and the professor is played by Kevin Spacey, but it it is a well-made movie.
Is it called
It is just not
21
accurate. It's
or
called
20?
21.
Just 21, not 21 and
Just 20.
over, or something like
No,
that. Okay.
no, that's 18 or less. That's a different movie.
That's 18 again. It's different.
18 again.
Not to be
It's
confused with
fun.
Shelley Long and Hello Again. That's a different movie.
Oh,
Or
that's a
Outrageous Fortune with
but
Bette
a
Midler
movie
and
that I just wanna
Beaches.
bring up because I think you have something you want to talk about. I think you're just a big Charles S. Dutton fan, but what about '93's Rudy?
So, the TV show Rock, I'm just kidding. And Charles Dutton did have that show where he's a garbage
He
man.
did.
We talked about that.
Yes, and that
Uh,
was originally it was a recorded show, and then they switched after, like, season 2, and every episode after that was live. Like, it was filmed live, so if there was a mistake or anything, it was yeah,
it
Rock
was
Live.
I vaguely remember in the early days
I
of
liked it
Fox and
back
whatever else
then.
that I thought it was
Yeah.
fine. I don't remember it wasn't appointment viewing and stuff. But all that being said, you know those movies that exist and the story or the lore of them goes far beyond the people who actually see them. I didn't see Rudy until like 5 or 6 years ago,
Okay.
maybe less, maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Alright.
But of course, because it's so well known, you
You
know
already
everything
knew.
about it.
Yes.
I mean, I remember in Lucas, they also gave up their jerseys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Same thing. Lucas with what's his name? What's that
With
kid?
Charlie Sheen.
Char-
No, and Corey Haim,
and
but
Corey
Corey
Haim.
Haim is who you're talking about.
Little
And
nerdy
Andy
Corey Haim.
Green.
And yep. But so I already knew
Terry
the
Green, who plays
lore,
Andy in Goonies.
and I like
Yeah,
Sean Astin and all that stuff,
yeah,
yada yada
I
yada. But I never got around to watching it until I made myself watch it. I actually sought it out and said I should watch this movie. Everybody, so many people say it's their like one of their favorite movies, one of the greatest movies ever made. Don't
it's a
ask me.
rough one.
I've
That's rough.
heard that again.
Alright,
But
I believe
they also like 21 more than anything else. But anyways, I don't know. But I watched it. It's fine. It's okay. It's melodramatic. It suffers from that 90s problem of the score is obnoxious.
yeah,
So
sure.
bad,
Yeah, yeah,
so bad. I think that was one of the first movies I watched that I realized I have trouble with 90s movies because of the score. I
'cause of that.
honestly,
Sure,
and
yeah.
I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
watch it back then. So to me, I'm like, yeah, it's okay. It's an okay movie. I already get
Right.
the gist. I like the My Name is Earl version better, where
Yeah.
Earl is trying to sell enough and then they give up their badges and whatever else.
Yeah,
I only have
yes.
a couple more, and I know
My list is way too long. I still have a million on here, but I
well,
won't
first,
highlight all of
I
them. I'm not
briefly
gonna list most of them.
I briefly mentioned Loser,
Yeah, you
which
did.
is what's that kid's name from American Pie? It
Jason
was
Biggs.
Jason Biggs. It was one of the first things he was doing right after. It fit in that early 2000s,
He
right?
was still being
2001.
called pie fucker by all of his friends.
Correct. And he made this movie that I liked back
Yeah,
then. And
I enjoyed his
Mira
stuff.
Sorvino? No,
Yep. No, no,
Mina
uh,
Savari.
Nina
Not Mira.
Suvari. Yes.
That's a different person. But
Same name,
anyways,
but different.
I always kind of liked it, but it kind of like just faded away. I have
Yeah,
not
it just
watched it in a
disappeared.
long time, but I know that whole thing is basically set in a college. Um, so there's one that first I was going to mention Night School from
Okay, yeah.
the really bad slasher movie from
Yep.
1981, just because
Mhm.
it's fun to mention. But
Yeah.
a better movie that I think is forgotten and nobody watched is Slackers from
I
2002, I
with
think.
Devon Sawa.
Devon Sawa, Jason Segel,
Yeah, young Jason. Right
then
out
Jonathan
that's Jason
Schwartzman. Oh, Jason Schwartzman,
But Jonathan Segel? Jason Segel, like, fresh off of,
Freaks and Geeks.
Freaks and Geeks, like, this is young.
Yeah. Devon
Yeah.
Sawa, right before, right after Final Destination,
Right, yeah, right after The Destination, right before 8 Mile and
and the kid from Pete and Pete and Pete and Pete and Pete.
Pete
Whatever
and
his name.
Repeat.
The
Yeah,
redheaded
that's
kid from The Adventures of Pete and Pete, who does a penis puppet show. But anyways, Slackers, I liked the movie a lot.
yeah, I
I
enjoy
always
it.
have.
Mhm.
It was these three guys who were basically figured out how to scam the system to get their grades, better grades, and never have to go to class and to get free meals at restaurants. They were just kind of scamming their way through school. It's a little melodramatic in a couple of moments because they're trying to throw a romance angle in there, but it's a very decent,
Mhm.
funny movie that's
Yeah,
forgotten, which I find
absolutely.
extremely disappointing.
Um, and so to jump back to last week, we were talking about teams. Lord and Miller did 22 Jump Street. where this time Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill go undercover to college
Yeah.
the second time around, and it's actually decent. I think I like it maybe a touch better than the
I
first
like
28th Century
I like
movie.
both those
I
movies
do like them both, but I
way more than I thought I would.
yeah, like yeah, I thought they were fun, but
22 Jump Street, by the way, isn't that the one with what's her name in it? The girl from Workaholics.
yes,
I cannot remember her name. She's very funny.
she's
She's very funny
hilarious.
in
Yes,
this.
yes, yeah, it is her, the one who did that she did that jogging movie, Jogging. Now, I like that movie, but the movie that really the college movie that I want more people to watch is
National
National Lampoon's Van
Lampoon's Class.
Wilder.
I would say National Lampoon's Class Reunion with Garrett
Wi
Graham.
but that
Not
was a
that one
class
though.
reunion for high school,
Ah, dang it, not college. Garrett
not
Graham's in
college,
it though.
but Garrett
Okay,
Graham is in it. But Van Wilder,
yeah, I
it is
forgot.
the movie that showed me really who Ryan Reynolds is.
Yeah,
I didn't know
it.
who he was. He is so good in that.
Was
I
this time you remember the movie Dick with Kirsten
yeah,
Dunst
Yeah, and
and
Dan
that I think that's
Hedaya.
one of Ryan Reynolds' first adulty roles where he's not a
Mhm,
little kid anymore, right?
yeah, mhm, yeah, that's
He's
I see,
very young in it. He's timid.
yes.
He's not the
He's
Ryan Reynolds
not
that you know
he's not
now.
Ryan Reynolds, yeah.
It's funny to see him that
Um,
way, kind of the nerdy kid.
what about what about Neighbors? Seth Rogen, Rose Byrne, and then Zac Efron and his frat
What
buddies.
was that one?
More about the Neighbors. It's more
I
about
l
the frat next
Neighbors.
door.
They're college kids, college frat. I do like those movies. I like both of
Yeah.
them a
I
lot.
liked them both too.
Yeah. I think, I I think they're funnier than they and by the way, anything Ike Barinholtz is in
Yeah,
is immediately gonna get my attention because he's so insanely funny.
yeah. He's so much funnier than his brother.
Yeah. His brother's okay on Superstore.
He's good in
Yeah.
Superstore, but other
I
than
don't
that, not
really
huge.
I don't know him from anything else, do you?
Yeah, the follow-up show that they did in the automotive world.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
But other than
I
that, no, I don't.
so really nothing.
Um,
Did did you see
yeah,
the movie College? Just a movie called College from 2008? It's a
no,
road trip movie of these high school kids who go to a college they're all trying to get in, and then they party over, like, a whole weekend.
nope,
It's just
never
called
seen it.
College.
Just call
It's
they
from
were real
2008.
creative.
Here's the thing about it, though. How did they
Uh-huh.
get the name College?
College.
If you IMDb College, this is the only movie that comes up.
The only one that comes up with that name.
That being said, I do
Really?
like this movie. It's 3
Okay.
nerdy high school kids who go and kinda, like, get get picked on at the frat house, get drunk, and all kinds of crazy experiences happening in their tour of the campus, their overnight at the campus. It's pretty funny. It's kinda like, it's got the Superbad edge to it. It's got,
Oh,
like, a Judd Apatow, Seth
yeah,
Rogen edge to it, like, the comedy
okay.
is pretty.
And Zach Krieger's in it?
Yes.
I've never heard of
He's
this movie at all.
he is the asshole in the movie.
Oh, I
Like,
love it.
he's a giant
Yeah.
asshole. Anyways,
Alright. I wanna
good
check it out.
movie, and it's probably streaming, so it's worth checking out.
It is, it's on Paramount Plus right now. 'Cause I multitask when we do this show.
You have to, because I don't have a
I'm having
laptop near me.
conversations and looking through stuff. Um, Monsters University, just to throw something out there, animated, because it's all about when Mike and Sully meet in college, and it just so happens that Randall goes to college there too. They're all the
It's
same age.
based on a true story, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
They
where
were
they
real
learn to
people.
it's where they find the screen. No. The couple more. One that I don't know if you've seen, but I thought was hilarious. It's 2001's How High with Method Man and Redman, where they smoke magical weed and end up getting into Harvard.
I haven't seen that movie since 2002, probably, but I actually started it. It was just on TV the other day, and I started it yesterday, and I'm gonna
Really?
try to finish it this weekend.
All right. Yeah,
True.
I
True
liked
story.
it. And then you mentioned Night School, cheesy horror.
Yeah.
There's also Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bowlerama. It's about sorority girls and nerds at a bowling alley. It's garbage. It's not good.
Yeah.
I'm down to my last movie though. What else do you have?
Um, all I have, man, is Blue Chips.
That's my last movie too.
Same.
Blue Chips.
Which Blue Chips is I saw it in the theaters '94. It's
Yep.
Nick Nolte. It's got a pretty big cast of people. I haven't seen it in a
Bunch of
long
people
time.
show up. Yeah,
It was the first time I saw Shaquille O'Neal.
right.
Wasn't he just going pro
Yeah,
at this time?
he was just turning pro, him and Penny Hardaway, who they end up both on the Orlando Magic in real life, but it's directed by William Friedkin, and if you ask Sorensen, William Friedkin hates cops.
He hates cops. That's why he doesn't like Nick
Shout out
Nolte.
Sorensen.
He cast Nick Nolte, famous for being a cop in 48 Hours.
I remember really liking Blue Chips back
Same.
then.
Yeah. It's
I have
basically it's a college recruiter trying
yeah,
to snatch and get
to get the
the
next
Shaquille
big
O'Neal out of high school or
yeah,
whatever
to get
to
the next
come.
big blue chip prospect.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember having a lot of interest in scouting because famously, like Brendan Fraser and Albert Brooks, remember the Scout,
Yeah, the
where
scout, yep,
Albert
the
Brooks goes
baseball
down to like
version.
Cuba or Mexico, I can't remember,
Yeah, some
some dirt
like
league,
Dominican Republic, so yeah, something.
and tries to get this kid who's all crazy in the head, Brendan Fraser, and I'm sorry,
Mhm.
not right in the head,
Not really into
can't get right. But
it.
anyways, all came out around the same time. But I remember distinctly liking this when it felt like it was a better movie. I didn't know who William Friedkin was when I saw this when I was 16.
Right,
I had
no
no
idea.
idea. I wouldn't have known, even if IMDb existed, I wouldn't have understood. But that's probably why it was better. That's why it had an
Yeah,
emotional hit, is because it's a
mhm.
high quality director.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, and then the and who's also in Blue Chips is the knockoff Albert Brooks, Robert Wool.
Is
The
he in
poor
it?
man the poor man's Albert Brooks.
Robert
Um,
Wool did two little 30-minute segments for like HBO.
uh-huh,
I think it's called Assuming the Position and History 101 with Robert Wool. Have you ever seen them?
yeah. I've seen
They're
Our List. Does that
they're
count?
they're phenomenal.
He's funny, I like him.
It's just him teaching a class for
Okay,
30 minutes or whatever it is. HBO
yeah.
Max, I'm sure, has them. They're very short.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
They're
look.
insanely good. It's exactly what I like, which is historical trivia, basically, but in the very well crafted comedy way. History, Assume the Position, and I think History 101 with Robert Wool. He did two of them basically as a
I'm gonna
guest
have to
teacher in a
check out.
class.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't remember he's in Blue Chips. I don't remember very much about this movie. I
No.
remember,
Yeah, I remember the idea of the movie. I can picture Nick Nolte in his suit
yeah,
talking to Shaq.
yeah,
I can picture the cover box, Shaq dunking, but like behind a Nick Nolte face kind of thing,
yeah.
but I don't remember the movie. I remember liking the movie. I
You
remember the
think
movie good
us working in video for so long kind of screwed us up as far as our memory because I remember cover boxes for everything.
for everything.
For
So
you
many.
name it. Movies I'd never heard of other than this cover
Mhm.
box, but I
Yeah.
can
Oh,
remember
yeah.
the cover box.
For sure.
Yeah.
It absolutely did. But yeah, yeah, I like Blue Chips, and there's a bunch of college movies that I purposely kind of left out. All of the We Are Marshall, the a lot of the Glory Days of the movies about sports, because that's a whole different thing, right?
Yeah.
And next week is baseball's All-Star weekend. The All-Star game is next Tuesday. I'd
let
love to talk about sports.
let's do a sports topic. Just
Okay,
sports films, right?
sports films.
Great sports films or
Yeah,
obscure sports films?
yeah, I mean, we'll kick it off right at the beginning. We'll definitely talk about Harold Lloyd and the Freshman, because you have to, that's where it
Right.
starts. But yeah,
I'll try to avoid super obscure sports, but I think we can put together a pretty good list of
nope, you're
sports
only
movies.
allowed to bring movies about Jai that's it, and I can
And
only do movies
fencing.
about cricket.
Yeah. Fencing and
Um,
cricket. That's it.
that's it. I think that'd be a lot of fun, though.
Okay. Yeah, let's do
And
that.
my homework, though, is I'm gonna go find this movie that was mentioned called that you mentioned last week, or maybe no,
Oh,
that
the
you mentioned
death
earlier
of
this week.
Dick Long?
The debt. No, you mentioned that. I gotta find that one, but no, I wanna find The Lookout. I really
The
wanna find The
Lookout
Lookout.
very much, and I'm sure it's
Yeah,
available somewhere. I think it was on
yeah,
Star, so it might even you might even be able to pick it up on
yeah,
a service.
I'm
But
definitely gonna go search that
last
one.
week last week we did talk about the death of Dick Long because
Yes,
I mentioned the Daniels in their collaborative
yeah,
efforts. The guys who did
and they
Swiss Army
produced
Man,
yeah,
but I was mistaken as only one of the Daniels, Daniel
Yeah,
Scheinert,
and he
who
produced
made,
it. Y
um, I think he wrote it,
He may have written
right?
it. He didn't dir I just
Death of
noticed it was a director I've never heard.
Death of Dick Long. But I shouldn't have spoiled the movie.
You spoiled the ending.
100% I did,
He
to
had
be
a
honest with
really
you.
long dong, and he died.
Shit. But I should not, the less you know about it, the better. It actually it pulled me in because it has an immediate hook. You know,
Okay.
Reservoir Dogs opening,
Huh?
which is just him in the back of the car bleeding.
Yeah.
That's the hook. That's basically
Okay.
they're just redoing that. It's a cool movie. The less you know about, the more and the better. So I kind of f that up for anybody who wanted to
And
see it. But
I love a small town drama. I love,
it's
like,
here's the thing about this movie. It makes you think, oh shit, I can make a movie. It's got like 5 people in the whole movie. It's got
I
it's
I
almost
love and
entirely
hate
in
this kind of movie.
it's almost one setting. It's only basically one house, but you're captivated by it the whole time. It's good. Very, very good.
It's good. It's bueno.
Disturbing, very disturbing.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
All right.
Anyways,
So don't go in expecting Albert Brooks kind of humor.
it is not Disney,
It's not Disney.
and it's not the Cosbys.
Ooh.
I know.
Right as I was about to
Anyways,
take a drink made me second guess that. Did you flip me a Cosby? No, with that, let's put a bow on college movie.
yeah,
Let's pivot our minds into some sports movies because
we
we're in the heart of
graduated.
summer now.
You actually graduated, but we both graduated from this topic.
We graduated from this topic. Let us know, everybody, if you got anything out of this, anything at all, or nothing at all. Tell us.
That's the
Hopefully, you
most
got
likely.
something.
Probably the
Hopefully,
latter. I would guess the latter.
if you're gonna immediately go out and watch and look for the Wonder Boys and watch it, let us know.
Yeah.
Um,
Or the
and if
Lookout. Lookout's very
or
good.
the Lookout. If go wherever you get this podcast, wherever you're listening, make sure you subscribe, you like, share it with a friend, leave a rating, a quick review, tell us what you like, what we should do different, or if you have a really cool topic that you'd like to hear more about from our perspectives, drop those in there. We love to hear from you. Dave, why do I like hearing people's voices?
Acknowledgement. It's kind of like we feel like we're Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense, and maybe we don't exist.
Yeah, I
Maybe
know
we
my
don't
wife doesn't
exist.
talk to me just like his wife didn't talk to him.
Exactly.
We go out to
Existential
dinner in
crisis.
silence.
Damn, man. Damn.
Yeah. Damn.
Anyways. But yeah, some validation, some
Yeah,
recognition, some
and you
approval.
can find us on the socials, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, and TikTok at Couch Critics RRT. You can email us, couchcriticsrrt@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you, anything you got to say. I do Dave and I both attempt to respond to every comment that we get. We do our best. We are human, so we fail a lot, but we try.
Shout out to our buddy Travis, who is pretty
Yep.
consistently giving some good comments out
Yeah,
there.
Travis, Big Meanie, there's Tristy.
Hannah and John.
Hannah and
They
John,
don't
Tristy
comment.
Everly, I think.
We need to find out why Hannah and John aren't even commenting. You know?
Yeah, where are my comments, Hannah and
Yeah. Give me
John?
something. Even a thumbs up. Or a thumbs down. Or just a middle finger. Give me something.
Well, I don't think they have a don't give me thumbs down. I prefer middle finger. It's got more oomph to it.
Yeah.
With that being said, Dave, how are we gonna close out today?
Thanks everybody for taking a trip around college and touring with us. Next week we're gonna talk sports, the wide world of sports, all from our couch.
Yes,
So anyways, thanks everybody. Watch what you love and love what you watch.
because here at the Couch Critics, we're never yucking, you're young. Next week,
Flawless.
it's gonna be the armchair quarterbacks.
I'm Jazz.
Maybe.